120 years of PhD Chamber of Commerce has had a massive impact on business leaders like me when I actually became an active member of the chamber. I think the driving forces for me then was that excelling in whatever I was doing in my business domain, the curiosity and the aspiration to grow. When you're in business, you're looking for new directions and you're looking for enthusiasm. MOUs with different chambers across the world. So it becomes a platform, a bridge, and an enabler for companies who are looking to go outside of India and several of these companies who want to come into India. The Swiss president was in India. He invited us. I had just taken over as president. India-Swiss Pavilion at the WEF. Spoke there, met the commerce minister there, and shockingly, they wanted my help to go ahead with the FTAs between India and Switzerland and EFTA. I had a meaningful offer to the government of India who were very serious. Mr. Honorable PM was very serious that this particular startup ecosystem which we want to lead should be meaningful. And I must say that our children feel that they are born in a golden age today. Why? Because they can dream to pursue whatever career they want.
To talk to us about this incredible journey of 120 years and the part he has played in shaping it, I am now joined by Shri Saket Dalmia, past President, PHDCCI, and Chairman and Managing Director of Marble City. Thank you so much for joining us.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much.
Mr. Dalmia, you've been part of this institution at a very significant time. How do you feel when you see its 120-year growth? What's the feeling that comes in you?
Great question. I think for me to answer that, I would take myself back to 2009 when I actually became an active member of the chamber. I think the driving forces for me then was that excelling in whatever I was doing in my business domain, the curiosity and the aspiration to grow pushed me to go to an environment where I could see leaders in different fields of business and professions and come out of my, a pond of a business and see what's out there. And this platform, even then, was an amazing one because it gave me the exposure of great business leaders being a part of here, to have informal communications with them, and probably be inspired also by the journey of those people while I've seen them grow since 2009 and today. So I think 120 years of PhD Chamber of Commerce has had a massive impact on business leaders like me personally. And since then, I saw the chamber grow and become more and more relevant. Every chamber of commerce becomes relevant depending on the environment it is present. If the government wants to talk to you more, which this government certainly wants to talk more. So that was a very big starting point for us because the current government wanted to know more about what's happening on the base level, especially in the small and medium sector, and how they can help them grow into larger ones. Then we saw the COVID come in, and the communication through the government was very strong through the chamber. We have had recently Mr. Om Birla, who came for the 120th year recently, and he thanked us for being relevant, for being present, and for being a gateway between the government and the industry body. But honestly speaking, the Chamber of Commerce for me and many of my fellow peers has been more than that. I think even when you're in business, you're looking for new directions and you're looking for enthusiasm. You're looking for new ideas to grow. So whenever we are in our businesses, we feel that we need a growth engine. The Chamber of Commerce has given us examples of people who have new ideas they have shared with us, and with people who have used those new ideas to become billionaires or multi-billion-dollar companies.
So you're saying it enabled collaboration?
For sure. And it enables collaboration between the new and the old. It enables collaboration between various industries. It enables collaboration between people from various trades within the country. We are in now more than 30 states and so many union territories. And we have more than 1,000 joint ventures, MOUs with different chambers across the world. So it becomes a platform, a bridge, and an enabler for companies who are looking to go outside of India and several of these companies who want to come into India.
Okay. You said that, you wanted to peek outside your pond when you joined the chambers. What inspired you to take on the leadership role?
So I think whenever we want to be a leader of something, we must first see that didn't help us, which it certainly did. It helped me to incubate new businesses. And secondly, I think most important is that would you like to share? Would you give? Would you like to give back? So I think it really, I had this aspiration of giving back, and I could see the new generation coming in, having two daughters who are just finishing college, one just finished college. There was a deep desire in me that how can I inspire this young generation through a platform that they feel that India has arrived, that a platform which gives them an opportunity to meet people and see what's the next phase of India, and entrepreneurs who have made it successful pull this new talent into their domains and to learn from them as to how to do their businesses in new ways.
You led delegation at the WEF. Could you tell us about that experience? How was it to, take the legacy of these prestigious chambers to such a global forum and amplify its voice?
Great question. I think it had a humble beginning and idea. As I said, as I mentioned before, that we have had a great connect with various ambassadors of countries within India. It just so happened that the Swiss president was in India. He invited us. I had just taken over as president, and we had a great discussion. And I was very enthusiastic, sharing that I've been a frequent vacationer with Switzerland. I really want trade to happen between India and Switzerland. There's so much to learn and share, and that pushed them to invite me to the India Swiss Pavilion at the WEF. Spoke there, met the commerce minister there, and shockingly, they wanted my help to go ahead with the FTAs between India and Switzerland and EFTA. And we met along with the commerce secretary and their commerce minister. We, PhD, became the enabler as a white body paper creator between how both the countries and how that region could benefit with us. So actually, we've opened the doors for us to become a meaningful collaborator with the government of India and various governments and our country folks. So I think that was one very, very significant thing. And second most thing was what happened in WEF with me was that it inspired me to take the leadership role in the startup ecosystem which India wanted to propagate during G20. I met more than 100 different startups in WEF, mostly Indian region, along with Paytm, Mr. Vijay Shekhar Sharma, and so forth. And we were meeting offsite, discussing about how India can, enable these startups to become bigger in India. What are their impediments, and how we can have Indian startups now going across the world, and how we can enable international startups to come into India. And when I shared that with the government, they handed over the responsibility for us, and we really led that into G20. So that was a great moment for us.
Right. Talking about your G20 experience, where you were the leader of the directorate for startups, which you mentioned started at WEF. How did you exemplify the voice of startups? See, India is well known around the world for its innovation, entrepreneurial spirit. And of course, at G20, we were able to thump our chest and say very proudly about digital goods, public goods, etc. But there is a talk about the need for capital, the need for lesser regulation, for more friendly startup policies. So, what was the experience like in the G20 time?
So I think, luckily, the entire world wanted to be a part of India when G20 took place in India. So first of all, the setting was ideal. We were all being looked at, and luckily, with that experience which I had with WEF, I had a meaningful offer to the government of India, who were very serious. Mr. Honorable PM was very serious that this particular startup ecosystem which we want to lead should be meaningful. And we became successful in that. In the end, we were able to create a great consensus in which all the world's economies accepted that startup ecosystem should include small and medium enterprise to be a part of that ecosystem as new age businesses. I think that was one of our big achievements.
When you look back and you see the illustrious history of PHDCCI, we have great doyens of the industry, and now you will also be part of that. You mentioned your college, graduating daughters looking at the chambers, looking at our country. How do they see? Do they see a change? Is there pride now, and is there, along with pride, a willingness and a passion to help businesses to grow businesses?
Very good question. I think that was one of my prime reasons for joining a leadership role, that I could inspire, first of all, my family. And I must say that our children feel that they are born in a golden age today. Why? Because they can dream to pursue whatever career they want. And when they look, the relevancy of organizations like the PhD Chamber of Commerce in terms of leading from the front things which are relevant, the changes which are important, I think it has a massive impact on them.
That's great. Now, looking ahead, what do you think will be the role of PHDCCI in the years ahead? Because momentum has started. We have a moonshot. We have Viksit Bharat by 2047, but there are still some enablers that have to be put into place. Now, in the industry would like it, especially some of your smaller members. So, is the role cut out for PHDCCI from now on? What is it that you would like to see?
So I think one of the great things which I believe is that we have fantastic leadership. By that, what I mean to say that people who have made it and people who have a heart to help others grow. And Chamber of Commerce is all about giving. And we have amazing leadership who are aligned in their industries. And I think they will help industry and our members to grow. With that in mind and the reach which we have and the ear of the government, I think it's something we should just is bound to become more and more impactful as we go.
Are there any three priority areas you see the chamber working in the next few years? Let's say 3 4
And I
years.
think I was also passionate about it. One is definitely help the young generation grow, become professionals, business people, whatever they want to do, enable that. Let the small and medium enterprise become the future large organizations. And third is a better quality of life, which is primarily driven through education and health. So these are definitely the three pillars on which we have been working on and will continue to do so.
Thank you so much for speaking with us, Mr. Dalmia.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.